Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I am discussing all of the purchases that I made in February as well as an update on my low buy. But before we jump into any of that, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you in the family. But let's just jump into the video. So if you're new here and you haven't really seen the introduction to my low buy, basically how I'm structuring it this year is quite similar to how I did it towards the end of last year, but I do have a budget kind of every single month, so I can purchase products but I need to keep within my budget. So that is how I've structured it. I feel like that works really well for me because I feel like if I do put myself on a really harsh no buy, I can do it for a few months but then I get really tired of it and I just kind of let go of the whole concept. So doing the budget is really good for me and it makes me kind of accountable for what I spend and yeah, just kind of what I spend it on as well. So that is basically the hum of this low buy, and my budget that I set for myself for every single month is £100. That amount is higher than I had last year. Last year I only had £50. The reason for that is that I am finally back working now, so I do have more of an income again, whereas last year I didn't really work because I was let go at the beginning of the year and then I was just looking for the right role and everything, being in lockdown, stuff like that. But basically I'm back working now and I do have more of a disposable income, and that is why my budget is slightly higher. So like I said, it's £100 every single month, and in February I had a budget of £133.68 because I had £33.68 rolling over from January. But that was what I started with in February, and I made 2 orders in February. One was quite large and then I made a small order towards the end, so I'm just going to go through those 2 and then talk about my numbers at the end. So the first order that I made was from Glam Shop. So I have actually done a video with all of these eyeshadows and I will put that up in the card if I remember to, or you can search it on my channel. But I did make a video on these, kind of unboxing them and swatching all of the shades. So I'm not unboxing them, but I swatched all the shades and I did like a demo and everything. But I basically have the shades in this palette. It's not the bottom row, but like basically this whole kind of top 3 rows apart from this shade, it's all Glam Shop shades. I am missing one, which is one that I'm working on currently in my Pandas eyeshadows. So I did end up picking up 20 shades from Glam Shop, which are, like I said, the ones that are in this palette, and I ended up spending £102.98. So that was, like I said, a large part of my budget and I wasn't expecting to spend that money. If you saw my video last month, I did mention like, oh, there's not really anything that I want to buy, I'm not really sure if I will spend anything next month, blah 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 blah. But then I saw a video on Glam Shop, I did some research, I went down the rabbit hole of indie eyeshadows and I fell in love with these eyeshadows and I just wanted to try them. And these eyeshadows aren't actually that expensive. I mean, you can kind of do the maths, but I spent, like I said, £102.98, and that is in total for the whole order, including shipping, I believe, for 20 eyeshadows. So like I said, not too bad, especially since these are very, very shifty. I'm actually wearing, I forgot, I'm wearing the shade that is missing in here on my eyes today. So that is the shimmer shade that is on my eyes, and it's like a green to purple duochrome. I would even say almost multichrome because the shift is so intense, but it's technically a duochrome, I guess. But it's absolutely beautiful, and they're also much easier for me to get here since living in the UK in Europe than buying eyeshadows from like US or Canada. So I'm really glad I picked these up, and I already want to make another order, but that's something that's gonna have to wait until like maybe end of this year because I have to play around with these first and get to know all of the shades. But I definitely have my eye on making another order from Glam Shop because I am very happy with my order from them so far. The second order that I made came from Boots, and Boots is just the kind of general shop here in the UK, kind of similar to Walgreens, to Target, things like that. And the reason why I decided to make that order was because I needed a new mascara. The one that I've been using has basically completely dried out. I'm still wearing that and I lay it with a new one because I find when the new one is too wet I don't really like it, so I usually kind of overlap for like a week or 2 and then I move on to the new one. But anyway, I did make the order because of my mascaras, and when I bought these products there was an offer going, but I think it was like buy 3 products from Maybelline and get one of them for free. So I did purchase one kind of thing that isn't a mascara, but I did buy 2 mascaras. So the one that I'm currently using, which is this one, and then I have a backup as well. This is my favorite mascara. I haven't used this in a while now because I've been trying out other things, but this is the Last Sensational mascara. I'm not sure if I picked up a different one this time. This one says Full Fan Effect, but I feel like this one is exactly like the normal one, and I feel like it's like the normal one as well, so I'm not sure if this is a different version or what, but it works the same way as the original one in my opinion. So yeah, I did pick up these two, and like I said, they did have an offer on, and I could probably have picked up a third mascara, but I feel like I usually use like mascaras quite a lot, and then after like 1 or 2 tubes I want to try something new, so that's why I only wanted to pick up 2, so I have that option when I use both of these up. So I did decide to go and pick up something that I have been eyeing for absolutely ages, and that is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. So I decided to pick this up in the shade Silk. And originally I think I wanted the shade Stone, but that was sold out at the time, but this was the second one that I wanted to try. It is a beautiful kind of mauve shade, as you can see, and I have tried this once and it's absolutely amazing. It's very, very beautiful on the lips, and I really like it so far, but it was only a first impression. I didn't really wear it throughout the whole day or anything, so we'll have to try this out more before I make a final decision or like a final judgment on it. But it is a beautiful lip gloss, and I'm very happy that I tried this. But I am trying to use up some other lip glosses first before kind of getting more into this, and that's also why I initially didn't want to pick this up yet, but I just been dying to try this, and since I had an offer on, I technically got this for free anyway, so that's why I decided to pick this up. But I did pick those 3 products up, and that is the last purchase I made this month, and that totaled out to be £17.98. And then just to kind of, before I wrap up and talk about the total and everything, I just want to mention another thing that I brought in this month. I didn't buy it, so that's why I didn't mention it in my purchases, but I did actually get the Blueberry Muffin palette from BH Cosmetic as well. So long story short, I got this from my boyfriend because he's an absolute angel, and he picked this up for me because I was having a rough day. So what happened was, I mentioned this as well in my last update I think, but I wanted to pick up the Kaleidos and Angelica Nyqvist collab, the Club Nebula palette, and I was there. I was up really early on. It was like restocking 7, I think it was 7 AM here when it was restocking, so I was up extra early so I could like go on and try to buy it before I started getting ready for work. So I was up ready. I was up like an hour before, just like starting to get ready. I chilled out. I started chilling out on the sofa for like 15 minutes before you, so I would be ready with my laptop, and I went on 7 AM, boom, picked up everything because I wanted to pick up some other things as well, added all of it to my cart, tried to put it through, sold out in 2 minutes, and I did not take it well. I think it was just like, it was really early on in the morning. I really wanted this palette, and I just like, I think it's just when you decide you want to purchase something, you just kind of have it in your head and you want it, and then like, I don't know, it's just hard. It's just makeup. It's like, now I'm really fine with it. Like, I have seen that they may do, I think they're doing another restock in May, which is really good because I will try it then again to get it. But at that time they weren't sure if it was going to be a final restock, and I just got upset, and like I said, it was just early in the morning and I was not having it. But I got upset, I went back to bed, I cried to my boyfriend, I was like, I didn't get it, whatnot. And then yeah, got ready, got to work, and then at lunch he was like, so you know like how you didn't get that palette, and I was like, yeah, it's fine now, it's just stupid, like whatever. He's like, yeah, but isn't there anything else you want? And I was like, yeah, like I guess, but like it's nothing really that I feel like I need or like want to spend my money on. And he's like, well, since you didn't get that palette, I just want to kind of get you a different one as well if there's anything you want. And there has been this palette that I wanted to try for a long time, and I also never tried anything from BH Cosmetic before, and this is what the palette looks like. So I have been eyeing this palette for ages, and it is, a lot of people say this is their favorite palette, so I just wanted to really try it. And I mentioned this one and he was like, yeah, of course I'll get it for you, and he ordered it for me. So that's why I brought this one into my collection. So this is another palette that I had bring in this month, and he's such a lovely guy. Like, yeah, he's really sweet. But I'm very grateful to have this in my collection now, but it didn't add anything to my kind of budget, but I did want to mention it because it is something that is adding to my collection this month. So with all of that out of the way, let's just talk about the total. So basically this month I spent £120.96, and that is with those 2 orders from Glam Shop as well as Boots. And with that, since I started at £133.68 at the beginning of the month, I have £12.72 rolling over, which means that now for March my budget started at £112.72. So that is where I am for this month. I again don't really think I'm going to pick up anything this month. I said that last month, but honestly this month I think that I'm not going to pick up much. There's not anything really that I feel like I want to pick up, and since I got my Glam Shop eyeshadows, I feel like I'm set with like indie shadows for a while. I also have the BH Cosmetics palette that I can play with now if I feel like I want to play with new eyeshadows. So I think I'm set, and also I am due to get my Crayon eyeshadows hopefully soon. So that means that I will have even more eyeshadows coming in that I can play with if I just feel the urge to try something new. So honestly, I don't really feel like I'm gonna pick anything up this next month, but we'll see. Again, it might change because it did over the past month. But that is basically it for this month's budget wrap up. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you're also doing a low buy or no buy, please let me know how you're doing down below. I always find it interesting, especially if someone's doing something similar, because I love numbers and that's also why I'm doing it this way. But yeah, I really hope you're having an amazing day, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye guys!